welcome to my YouTube channel. The video you are about to watch was a VOD taken from my Twitch account, twitch.tv/tealcoys. If you like to see things live rather than later, you can head over there at twitch.tv/tealcoys and give me a follow. And so without further ado, enjoy the video.
We're gonna be doing some Doki Literature Club. Sorry if I am a terrible reader, but we'll get through this together. So yeah, this game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. Leave now. Anyways, welcome to Doki Literature Club. We are going to be playing it. Anxiety or depression? I have them both, but I think I'll be fine. Oh my god, you actually have to agree? How bad is this? It's fucking loud. It's fucking windy. It needs to calm itself. I'll make it calm itself. Actually. Just a little lower. Just a little bit lower. I guess we could full screen it. Still looks fine on screen. I might have to... I cannot see the mouse. We might have to go back to windowed if I can get my mouse to go up there. Yeah, I can't do it in the other way. I have to do it like this. I like the music. Just enter your name. Tealcoys. I didn't write that right. It says Tealcoys. Tealcoys. God, what's wrong with me? There we go. Hey. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she don't care. And she would be any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori? Sayori? That's it. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works. Kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. I have problems reading. I'm making this now. No, going through this. That you're gonna be frustrated. I am frustrated too. Anyways. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's gone to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk, letting Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Tealcoys. If people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Whoa, excuse me? That's a little coming on strong there. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. Hee. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Tilkoi, have you decided on what club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. Me too, girl. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on an average while spending my free time on games and anime. Me too. This is me. This is me talking right now. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I'd die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if that makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess. I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit. Even if she doesn't, or even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for any ounce of motivation. Nobody needs to be motivated, because I'm not. Clubs. Shari wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in class. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori? Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Yeah? Meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in lectures or literature. Lecture. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member, and Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Hehe. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine. I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activity. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, new members here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Girl 1. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure to meet you. Sayori always gets nice things about you. Oh, always says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy? I'm a boy. I thought it was a girl. Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, 2 quiz. What a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude whose name is apparently Natsuki is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. Oh, they look the same. They look the same, and it just the hair color, I guess. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear and then turns back toward the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparable noticeably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monika? Is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Kyokois. Monika smiles sweetly. We do know each other well. We rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in the class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monika. Come sit down, Gyokois. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monika. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Saori mentioned, it's been widening so that there is one space next to Monika and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs the wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. So feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Ooh! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sorry grabs one first, then Monika. I follow. It's delicious. Sorry talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for my best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything? I thought you technically did. So Sayori said, well, maybe, but not for you. You know, you, dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to... Oh shit, I clicked. Sorry, I twitched. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You know, or you keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry. The teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated, Yuri's just trying to impress you. Eh? That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean that, no. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoying the tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monika raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So what made you want to consider literature club? I was afraid to this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monika that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined a club yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monika, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major club or clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monika really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Sorry, I need a drink. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. Oh, but it makes some school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah. We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monika must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they are all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So Teokois, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perked up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity... I fucking twitched again. By the way, guys, we have two new channel points that you can use to smack me in the head if you want. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her way. Her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Sorry, I butchered that word. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I've read a horror book once. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Give me a second, guys. How do you throw a fish at me? You know, I need to find a fish now. Like a big fish. And you just throw it at my face. That'd be hilarious. Why'd you cheer? Thank you, though. I think I gave most saddest little... It's channel points, it's not but bits. There you go. He just punted him at me. Ugh. Thank you for showing me some love. I'm glad they're working. Hydrate? Okay, it's soda though. Thank you. You can make me burp while I'm reading. Oh, okay, we read this part. You can do it while I'm reading and stuff too if you want. Don't worry. I'll just be pummeled. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why is that? You doing the pop face at me? Pop, 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 pop. Well, I just... Natsuki's eyes dart over at me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You had a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud. And give it back. Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is as cute as you are. Sari slides up behind Natsuki and puts her hand on her shoulder. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems. Eh? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing on or to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. ... That's what her face looks like. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Oh, I want to reveal everyone's poems. I wanted to read everyone's poems, not reveal. Oh my god. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay. I have an idea for everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at... Oh, I need to burp, see? At Monika. Is her name Monika or is it Monika? Am I saying it wrong? Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it would help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, turquoise? Monika smells. Monika smiles warmingly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. Eh, what's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sorry may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I'll lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought, turquoise? You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes! I'm so happy. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for a cupcake, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think that with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. Turquoise, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Damn, I couldn't say that. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star, Monika, with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside of me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up the food. Hey Turquoise, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Jesus Christ, I can't read. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Now, for me, I really like Yuri. Because she's kind of, you know, relatable. Vertigo, I have that. Dark. Oh. We can only pick one. Dark rainbows. Dark. Rainbow. Fear. Because she likes horror, right? Empty. Tragedy. I feel like I'm writing a depression. Disaster. Heartbeat. Tears. Broken. Extreme! Breath. Melody. Alone. Together. Or laugh. Crimson. Hopeless. Fireflies. Anxiety. That is a poem. If I ever could give a poem about a sad boy. Hi again, Teal Quiz. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Haha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least kept my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last one to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Silkboys. I hope this isn't too overwhelming for a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you were not accustomed to it. Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join the any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in her club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between, say, Monika and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back in her seat. Don't worry, guys. Turquoise always gives his best as long as he is having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning, and cleaning my room. How dependable. Sorry, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. It's that so... You two are really good friends, aren't you? Might be a little jealous. How come you and Turquoise can become good friends too? Sayori? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know. What? Wait, Sayori? Eh? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sorry's made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might really enjoy. It's a short read, so it shouldn't keep your attention. Or it should keep your attention, even you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you want. This is nice. Why did I say nice? This is what he said. How is a girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I like, despite me not reading much. Hooray, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monika to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Saori and Monika are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around the closet. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slump down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me, but I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I'd close my eyes and end up listening to Saori's conversation with Monika. We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem, though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, And after all, they come we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds. What's that? Sayori is taking this really seriously. I need a drink. It's rare to hear her deliberately liking like this. Huh, that's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? Wait, what kind? Oh, well, I guess we could... Cupcakes! Aha, good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. Oh, you're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it? Cupcakes speaks to my mind. Speaks to my creative tummy. Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of this event myself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all. Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up like letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world come through her eyes. Damn, girl. Whoa! I opened my eyes into the fine Sayori's face, filling my vision. That's definitely the case. And I nearly fall out of my chair. Sorry. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club. Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know. You'll need to get used to it. Don't say that so loud. I glanced over my shoulder to see if Monika overheard. It's true, though. Yeah. I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. It's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? It's a secret. I knew it. Come on! At least give me the best benefit of a doubt. I can't even do that. Look, sorry, it's written all over your face. Sayori glances around at herself. How is it written all over my face? Or over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Like your hair is sticking out all around here. What? Look, your hair is sticking out all around here. Okay. I run my fingertips down the side of Zoe's hair, taking to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for that. Damn. This flat out says, you need a brush for that. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right here. I tried to wipe it off the stain with my finger. But nobody would ever notice that. Of course that they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that. Hey, you meanie. And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori? Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? Eh? That's super mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I started to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. Hello? This is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kind of things. Don't say that. Don't make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? You just got boobs. I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly? It didn't when I bought it. If you ever button it, you would have to notice sooner or that if it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my boobs got bigger again. Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look much better now, so... Why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer button up like that? But it's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all. Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Phew. That's so much better. Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else anyway. Sorry. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. So stop saying all these embarrassing things. Eh? I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little early. Only if you focus on going to bed early. Fine. It's a deal. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so. So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sayori. Oh, but it was a joke that time. Man, it's impossible to tell what with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Monika suddenly calls out. Why don't we share poems we wrote now? Yay! Turquoise, I can't wait to hear what you wrote. Yours. Yeah, same. I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to receive her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sayori and Monika enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monika wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monika's pristine handwriting for where I see. Alright, I said it. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly complied as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who would you like to share my poem to first? Who do we share with first? I think Yuri. We wrote it for the girl. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I could trust her opinion to be fair. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough for her to finish reading. Oh! Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah? Or do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. Oh, so it's that bad? No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognized in new writers is that They try to make their style very deliberated. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form it with the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? What am I reading? Ghost Under the Light. I can barely read this. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining street light to have withstood the rest of time. I can't see the shit. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light fucker, I don't know. I fuck her back. I carried it. My bad. Shit. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. You really do, girl. I'm sorry. What? I wasn't think that at all. Fucker in the back. Stop. Oh my god. But it took you a long time to read. Oh, well, I just don't read script very well. or very often. Like, I can't either. Stop with the wiggle! Can't reach straight now, can you? No, I can't! Go fucker in this. Well, I just don't read. Okay, I read that. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Oh shit. Eh. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Stop. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. No, I'm burping. Jesus. Got me worked up, man. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Stop with the sip! I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. This is our first time sharing. I wanted to write something a little more mild. You thought this was America? What do you fucking mean? Mutiny raid the streamer? Yes, excuse me? You can't just raid me! Stop it! Something easy to digest, I suppose. Raid Shadow Legends! Raid the streamer? You mean Raid Shadow Legends? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, dear boys. Really? It's about you. I must have totally missed the point. My character's oblivious. Though, I don't even know what the fuck she wrote. I suppose you did only glance over it after all. What the fuck is that? Why does it look like it's menacing? Fucker in the back. Doki Doki. Why is it showing up like that? It is very menacing, yeah. What the hell? Are you coming to, like, take me out? Assassinate me? Jin said that shit got aura. It does have aura. It looks like I'm talking about nothing if you don't see the stream chat, because my chat on the side on the screen doesn't show it. Got that Gojo energy? Oh, Jojo. Yeah. Oh man. You know what came out today? Freaking Fugue. Fugue. I might have to do some pools. I mean, like, Friday, but... Anyways. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Really? Yeah, she did come out. And guess who came out with her that you might want to get? Firefly. Firefly is a very broken character. Like, just like, Acheron. She's a break character. You want break characters to literally cheese the shit out of stuff. I kind of want her light cone. So, like, this week I might do pools instead of what I was gonna do. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Do you know the voice actors of Acheron has that emote too? It's funny. Yeah. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. I have to share with all of them. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. I just didn't evoke any emotion. So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Sigh. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Now see, this is my speed. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try, but that's about it. I actually like hers. That's great. Yeah, I told you you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeking everyone around you to do great things can be really disheartening. Ugh, excuse me. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I said, like like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did it. I guess more that went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. Pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Let's go with Monika next. Hi, Tealcoys. Having a good time so far? Ah, yes. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Tealcoys. We're all a little embarrassed today, don't you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. And Monika, my poem. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I would be... I wouldn't be surprised if you had such sorts of things in common. Ah, well. We may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case, but maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. That way she talks about you. It sounds like the two of you really care about each other, while the other's well-being. Even you should show it in different ways. It ends up being more similar than you think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of this gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to finish the the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Haha. Haha. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have no sound of Well, that's because I have to sound confident. It doesn't mean I'm always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Oh, I can't read this either. Jesus. Hole in the wall. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle do? I don't know. A noisy neighbor and an angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I real blink blind like a film fluff out in the sun, but is too late. My retina already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. What? It's very freeform. It's freeform jazz. If that's what you call it. Oh my god, we didn't save. Holy shit. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems right a bit. Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk deep stuff like that. But it's kind of coming on strong. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip for the day. Sometimes when you writing a poem or a story, or your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you tried so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just focus yourself to get something done or something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is that if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Oh my goodness. This is so good. Turquoise. What? I love it! I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayori. You must be seriously overreacting. Excuse me. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Ha 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 ha. Jeez. Yuri's opinion was more constructive than this. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Eh? Well, I'm sure it's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of people, you know. So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a turquoise poem. And it makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. So Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Yeah, well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, turquoise. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know. Trying new things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. And I'm going to make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to have to hold you to that then. Yay! Now you'll have to read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue, it's a secret, but it trusts you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice. Or how it should, I put it. It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This is so much fun. Monika's the best. Yeah. But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Oh my god, I'm just hurting my throat. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice. There's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I end up getting myself into. Across the room, Sari and Monika are happily chatting. My eyelids land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly excited sheets of paper, sharing them respectfully poems. As they read in tandem, I watched each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furious in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just mean... the therapy after this game? Probably not. But I haven't got to that point yet. Thank you for the follow, Sayori. The language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, it really did come out nice and all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it. And Tuokois did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Tuko liked my poem too, no. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Uh-oh. Oh? I didn't really realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Turquoise appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh. And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would have deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Oh shit. Is everyone okay? Well, you know. What? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Turquoise started showing up. Natsuki? Natsuki? That's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't really... I don't like fighting guys. They are really spicy to each other. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was sitting there. Turquoise! She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your own poem all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Turquoise. Are they gonna make me pick? I don't want to have to pick. I don't... Do I have to pick? Wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most efficiently. Avoiding them is not only unnecessary, limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You don't understand that, right, Turquoise? Well, how did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. I again think Yuri is also who I'm going to pick here. Not just because I like her, but the other one's being a little turd. Natsuki. You're right that I liked your poem. See? Wait. That's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. I understand. Yuri. You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. Well, but here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it, and it becomes something really impersonal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. I see. I didn't notice that. I'm sorry. Here. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Took it way too far. Yeah, you means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding me? That's exactly what I did. It was her that Natsuki. I think that's enough. You both said things that you didn't mean. Here, you apologize. Don't you think you should too? Natsuki clenches her fists. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped, as the point being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up feeling bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take away take a walk and clear my head. There we go. Sayori, she doesn't need to. You know what? I'm going to do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now. That morning, Natsuki snatches her own poem up from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumbles up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash. Natsuki. She really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at the desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in the adjacent chair. Everything alright? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No, Yuri. How could anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as you could. I don't think any less of you. Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks to quiz. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have you part of this club now. I'm gonna save it just because I made a big decision there. It's nothing. One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about you know. I would never do anything. It's so shameful. So, what thing did Natsuki say? Well, never mind that. I'm going to make some tea. Ah, good idea. Make enough for one more person. For more than one person, okay? Yeah. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright, well, mostly. Teal quiz, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, well, do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends, too. Your poem will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Teal Coys! Ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent such time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? Do you know, between Yuri and Natsuki? Does that kind of thing happen often? No, no, no. That's really the first time I've ever seen them fight like that. I promise they both are wonderful people. You don't know. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew. You know, turquoise, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day it's gonna be so much fun. Sigh. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught onto the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what happens in the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah. Let's do this. We know who we're writing for. Huh. You ever notice how she's getting closer to the book? Is it because I'm connected with her more? Raindrops! Fireflies! Tragedy! Melody! Whirlwind. Sadness. Captive. Vertigo. Hurt. Doki Doki! They said it! They said it! They said the thing. Roll the credits. Suicide? Suicide! It's Suicide Squad. Another day passes and it's time for the club. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene gets me. Hi, Turquoise. Yo, Sayori. Sorry. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. Damn. Eh? That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, sorry? Why that all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to have a look at it. Sorry, nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have brought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money, so that I would have to lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that only leaves the one option. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri silently giggles. Eh? I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book, as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri! Tell Turquoise to let me borrow some money. That's... Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, you suffering is fair enough retribution. Did I just... I don't mean it like that. I got too absorbed into my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's fun, this side of you. There's no way you could think like that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the retribution. That. Still coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told me you guys... After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. To hire the trick Natsuki into making them. Sorry, give me a second. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Flap. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and trembles onto the desk. Ow! What was... a cookie? Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around the room. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my retribution? Retribution. Actually, that one was almost worked. Or also worked. I was just gonna give it to you. But then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki? That's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good! Oomph. Sayori suddenly clamps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue! You're going through a lot over there, just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Aw, yours looks really good too. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. She gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Aw, jeez. Get it. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge. I pressed spacebar, I didn't know that was a thing. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you silly just do that? Not full, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monika, can you tell Sayori? Sayori or Natsuki glances around. Monika isn't in the club room. Where's Monika anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't heard either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a... Hahaha, I wouldn't be surprised. She'd probably be more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Oh, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monika chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. But boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monika quizzically glances at me. Ah, never mind. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. Huh? That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring, at least. I must not have heard it, since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monika. Is this where it's gonna start getting sad? Is this where we start having problems? I don't really. I'm kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monika. Monika looks at me. Maybe once I get a bit better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Dealcoys. Monika smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently. And I'd really love the chance to share once I'm really ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I chose to leave Sayori's mischievous escapade. Sorry. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Hurries back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. But at the same time, I wouldn't feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent me. More than that, she seems to be one of the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I must mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just really rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book that you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious how come you have two copies of the same book. Huh. Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean... I just happened to buy two of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear it. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about anyway? Well, Yuri chose the book and closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portraits of Maverick. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I didn't actually give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what happens, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? You made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Harry gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Kilcoys? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that these kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at the life form. They challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. And suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they made out to be naive for letting their own side morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I ended up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it right now, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just moments ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that had put in my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is reading and comparing in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start reading the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her bone book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. So sorry. I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Hahaha. Here, this should work, right? I slid my desk until it's up against Yuri's. Then holding... You know, I knew you were gonna say something. I slid my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closed her own copy. Once we each lean in a bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Feels like my left arm is in the way, so I instantly use my right hand to hold the book. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Fucking. You could just say fucking. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side. Yeah, then do it, bitch. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book in between her left thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm and on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page in Yuri's side, it under her thumb after I flip to her side. Been holding it like this. We're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Ah, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glanced over at Yuri's face and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, just assumes that she's finished the page before me, so I turn it by my own. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like and intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought though. The main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways. But she also has second guesses a lot of things that she says and does. Like, she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything. But they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerism. I see. He remains silent for a moment. But Tukois, that's probably a terrible thing to have asking come in with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. I'm sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of things. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I think it's time we shared the poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look like kinda down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not that. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little bit more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own. Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off on the book, then slip it into my bag. We're just talking to Yuri. We gotta talk to Yuri. Let's see what kind of written you for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a spicy expression on her face. Do you like it? Turquoise. How did you pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the techniques are worth. Maybe that's why you did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try to give it more imagery. Yuri visually swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine. Take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but being someone motivated by my writing, it makes me really happy. Are you saying you never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really, I don't believe it. I really only write for myself. And besides, people would just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Even your close friends? Harry doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, do you want to share the poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you. God, her handwriting is so... Ugh. I really don't want to read all this. But I will say that she did very well. Because I cannot read cursive anymore. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I probably should have read it now. Shit. Hey, just throw something at me. I should have read it. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't beg to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preference writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express Don't worry, I will have a bonk soon. Because I think VTuber Studio has one. Okay, emotion through them. Yeah, if I take it at a face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Also, I'm gonna save. Just haven't done it in a while. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sort of things, and usually forced to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing. And people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, turquoise? Well, yeah, I guess so. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities. Even if it's difficult sometimes and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. Oh. Hi, Tealcoid. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that, as long as it's not bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for me today? Sure, here we go. I give my poem to Monika. Alright. Great job, Tealcois. I was going in my head while reading. It's really metaphorically. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. The way it always counts when I put in some effort. Ahaha, that's not fair to say. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. I like Sayori, who likes using simple indirect words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that efficiently, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting deeply analyze all of the nuisance. It can take years to practice, which I'm sure Yuri has this point. I never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learning, and learn by trying new things. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me! Sounds like a song. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. And endless cares, I don't know, of meaningless noise. The noise won't stop. Violent, grating, waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sin, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me? What? What does that mean? Load me. Sure. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? Haha. I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just a kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about though. Hahaha. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right decision. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even- what is this tip even about? What am I even talking about? Haha, that's my advice for the day. Thanks for listening. Well, it's not really any worse than your last one. But I can't really say it's any better either. Phew. Huh? Phew. What? Oh, well, anything that isn't a train wreck, I'll take as a winner. And I get the feeling you're probably the most critical. Hey, what makes you... Wait, maybe that was a compliment. Ahaha, glad to see someone recognizes my experience. Well then, keep practicing and maybe you'll get as good as me someday. That's something tells me Natsuki completely missed the point. Come to think of it, it's how kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. What, you think so? Yeah, well, I guess if you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really stuck with me as her type. Sayori has a type? All of a sudden? Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight. That was a little unnecessary, but think of it this way. If it were for me, she would probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. You could say we each take care of each other in our own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem here. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wicky, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing from my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. Okay. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks to spiders about spiders. What if her friends start liking spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is a better place better off without spider lovers. And I'm going to tell everyone. Jesus. What? Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was too short. It was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in the poem. I doubt that I got like indigestion now. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. And it helps people realize how stupid they are being. Like anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course, it's about how everyone thinks that doesn't matter. It can be anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out they'd make fun of you or think less of you. But that makes people stupid. Who cares about someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy. I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Huh, that's funny. Yuri wrote about the same similar things today. Huh? Did you say Yuri? Her poem was about an unusual hobby of hers. I didn't really get it, but she said something similar to you. That people shouldn't make each other feel insecure about those things. Really? Well, I mean, Gary's pretty weird, so I wouldn't doubt that she has some weird hobbies. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's not like I would judge her on anything. Natsuki has trouble finding words. I guess I should try not to be more so mean to her if she feels insecure about her weird behaviors and stuff. I mean, I always hate people who make fun of me feel insecure. And Yuri made me feel insecure yesterday. But the way you put it, it sounds like she's learned her lesson. Well, I would say so. Even if her writing style is really different, I'm sure she'll appreciate the message in your poem. It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like conveying emotions is important. But I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow too, so look forward to it. Alright, let's read her. Oh! I like this one, Quiz. It has some nice feelings in it. Oh, I'm glad. Still though, your tone makes it sound like you like yesterday's better. I guess you caught me. Sometimes you know me a little too well for my own good. Well, don't just be so nice about it. If I'm doing a bad job, then I'd rather just hear it. No. I still like this one. I promise. You know, I wouldn't lie to you, Quiz. Never ever. Yeah, I guess so. What made yesterday's poem so great compared to this one today? Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or not bad. But that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel better, then it must be a good poem. I'm not sure what that's exactly how it works. Then again, I'm conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm starting to get tired from talking. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know how different of a writing really in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Ugh. Why don't you let you at least give it a try? Some thought. Oh, you want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself for once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt or at some point. Eh? Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep that in mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah. I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad. I can't see you liking something sad. Sayori. Well, I like I like happy the most. But sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can give the rain cloud a little hug and make a nice happy rain cloud or rainbow. Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic. Yeah, it is. Maybe I'm just better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Silkwood. I should go write that down later then. You can read my poem now, okay? Age hit me with another shark. I'm not reading all of this, is a little too much. And I can't really see it anyways. Oh no, that's two of them! Jesus. No, it's third one! What the fuck? Oh my god! What the hell? That last one doesn't even age! Hey! You can spread some love. Oh, Jesus. There's some hearts in there, too. Holy crap. That's... You took the words right out of my mouth. Sayori, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monika taught me a whole lot. And I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of It's all what? It's almost kind of creepy. Alright. Creepy. Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. Oh my god, my throat is hurting. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Oh, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Haha, don't get ahead of yourself. Freaking my feed on the side of my OBS can't even catch up to how many times you guys threw shit. Sayori's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today. So if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well last minute preparation. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on a poster and I've been designing some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all. But that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? But, Monika? Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let everyone or anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori putting it on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monika? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. Yeah, I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagine it. Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys! No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite poems out loud to a whole room of full people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it inspire others to do the same. And more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah, it's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's also reasons why that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feeling that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. Monika Posey, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room, you're 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayora looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monika have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I have to sneeze. I gotta sneeze, man. I guess I'll have to get it over with. Alright! Alright, I gotta sneeze. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. Sigh. I guess I don't really have a choice. Haha. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This cub is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. Is that like, we hearing like she might do this? It's gonna be the death of her. These are these metaphors like they were talking about. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monika! This is too sudden. Well, if you can recite your poem in front of a club, then how are you... Or if you can't do it in front of a club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? My reading's getting bad because I'm getting tired. I've been talking for almost 3 hours. Never mind, it's been 3 hours. How do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monika flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. Title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem. Monika begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion, and behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a neutral? I glance around. Everyone has their eyes on Monika. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monika finishes the recitement. The four of us applaud. Monika takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monika. Thanks you so much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Yuri's fired up. Jesus Lord. Why am I being hit? What have I done? What have I done? Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Keeping me on my toes. I've been reading, man. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Mage of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading that poem. Jesus, I can relate to this person right here. I can relate to them. Poor Yuri, man. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed in her book. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in the structure that I don't know the word. With perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirl fire Yuri keeps concealed inside of her head. Suddenly she finished. Everyone is done. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her room. Glances around her if she's belittling even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward. We give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten as we applaud. Yuri holds her poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. My next Christmas gift is a thesaurus. This one's called My Melody. Ah. Ahaha. Sorry, I giggled. Sayori. It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to the other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best way that way. I see, I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's sincere, or and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes poems. It's like I get to reach more people than someone I know. I thought I knew. Though, and through and through, I'm like getting like lightheaded from all this talking. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. What does that even mean? It came out nice, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you real nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. That's well, I've been practicing on that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone. The next time I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay. Now who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Teal-Koi's. It's not like I can compare you to you guys anyways. Might as well let Teal-Koi's lower everyone's standards a little bit before I have to go. Damn! Natsuki! It's fine, it's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy in it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive an applaud anyway. Sorry, I'm not really good at this, everyone. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something I zoned the shit out just now. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah. I'm going. Natsuki. I don't know the word is either, gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The podium is called... Why are you all looking at me like that? Because you're persistent. Or presenting. Shit. My man, I have been reading for almost 4 hours now. My throat hurts. Why is it only sharks you throw at me? You can't throw some love at me. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. Ugh! Those aren't hearts! When she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude... Well, she... Don't worry, there'll be a bonk. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as it gives life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone's appalled. She hops back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You'd better not make me do that again. Ah, well. Do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of others? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be easier. I can put on whatever face I want. Monika Forever Glitch, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. I can put on whatever face I want for the other people. For when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case... You won't have much to worry about for the festival. Throw like some hearts at me, please. For I don't even. You won't have much to worry about for the festival. Those are sharks! Jesus! I just want love! Is that so much to ask? Jesus Lord! my god! Everyone's doing it now! You won't have much to worry about for the festival. As said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Hey guys, don't forget we got a Discord. It just wants to pop up randomly. We'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time, or I'll be making pamphlets of what you'll be reciting. Jeez, I should probably find some other poem to recite then. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all of this effort for the club. It makes me highly happy. Ah, yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nice so far, so I'd like to continue to do that. So the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday is the big day. I can't wait! I can do this. I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monika, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monika, then I'll have to do my best. Oh my god, I'm stuttering. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Looks like you two always— Oh my god! What'd I do now? What did I do now? You are not looking. No! Oh my god. It's just that time. No! Man, what the hell? But why can't it be hearts? I appreciate you spending my $2 on getting sharks. But what about the hearts that I paid $15 for? No! Oh my god! At the same time! I will remember this. I'm gonna read now. Look at you two, always going home together like that. What the hell, man? I'm just trying my best to give you good content and you're throwing sharks at me! It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys. You don't know what I mean? I would like it if you could bring me something to drink. That'd be amazing. This hot soda isn't helping my throat. What the— Don't make such a big deal about it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Turquoise. You don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go already. I walk home with Saori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. I thought you were throwing more sharks at me. I saw it like peer on the side. But today Sayori is a little quieter than usual. Hey Sayori. Sorry, I was spacing out. No wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. Apparently I am of the X-Men variety and see the future. 'Cause... Why are you hitting me?! I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... I mean... Sayori fumbles with her words. So let's just say that one day... You want Swedish fish. Those are sharks, sir. Gummy sharks. Jesus Lord! So let's just say that one day Yuri asked you to walk home with you. They look like fish to me. I'll fish you. What would you do? What kind of question is that? Hello, Monikas. How are you doing? Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Kind of putting me on the spot here. Hehehe. Well, you know what we're saying. I think we're getting into the gritty, nitty-gritty of this game now. Walking home with Yuri, huh? I'm doing pretty good. Thank you for asking. Why does the thought of that make my heart pound? I mean, given how hard it is for her to socialize, I would feel awful turning her down, so... Thank you, thank you! Isn't she so beautiful and smart? That has nothing to do with it. What I just said. Ahaha, you admit it. Jeez. There's not even any point in speculating something that's never gonna happen. I can't speak. Well, maybe. But I was just like to think about it. What? But I just like to think. Okay. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, Runo. Need you? Sayori? I can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now. Sorry. Everyone is different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you. If you say so. conversation trails off and I'm left feeling awkward. But it was kind of her fault for trapping me in such a weird question. I can't just lie to her. But if there's something that makes her happy, I would hate to take that away from her. That's why I said there's no point in speculating. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. You know, who knows what will happen in that time. Here we go again. We're hopeless depressed. Hopeless whirlwind. Dance. Sing. Vertigo. Empty. Massacre. Fireworks. Extraordinary. Grief. Raindrops. Disown. Bunny. TBI. Strawberry. Socks. Twirl. Doki Doki. Lust. Anxiety. Ambient. Traumatic brain energy. But no, really. Can you bring me a soda? Please? You can hit me with a shark after. Pop, 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 pop. Oh man. I'm the last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked into... Ah! Shake Notation has you covered. Gonna give me brain hemorrhage. Are you practicing piano again? Thank you. Crack. That's the sound of my bones crying. Yeah. Hahaha. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and now picking up piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that the club would be here. Oh, my throat. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival too. I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. Hey? Were you complaining about it yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part of the festival. But it's a whole day of school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious foods. You sound a bit like Sayori right all of a sudden. Monika, do they usually have fried squid? Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward too. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You of all people? I didn't say I didn't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you all of you? What do you mean by you of all people? There you go. Because it's right in your name. Monika. Eh? That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay? Fine, fine. Your reactions aren't as funny as Yuri's or Sayori's, right? Anyway. Excuse me? Where is Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori is sitting at a desk in the corner of the room looking down at nothing. I walked over to her. Hey Sayori. I waved my hand in front of her face. Eh? You're spacing out again. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to anyone else. Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? It just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. There we go. Maybe if I talk in a weird voice. Jeez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? Sayori shows me a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright. If you say so. I worriedly glanced at Sayori's before turning back toward everyone else. But the conversation has already disappeared or dissipated with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monika if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I seemingly approached Monika, who was shuffling through some papers at her desk. Teal Kois, what's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into it a little too much, but she seems a bit downcast today. Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monika peers across to the room at Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there's something on her mind. But I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Teal'c. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talking to me about something that's bothered her. But this time when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. No, it's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I also care about the well-being of my club members. You know, maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Are you sure about it? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just has a hard time bringing up with the person of interest. What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, Turquoise. Me? How on earth would you come across that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else you know. Eh? She's been so much happier ever since you joined the club. It's like an extreme light has been turned on inside of her. Let me save. Just maybe. What? No way. Sayori is really always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now that it's has always been. You're so funny, Turquoise. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful? Because that's just how she is when she's around you? I said too much. I'm sorry. What do I do now? What do you know? What do I know anyway? There we go. I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so you try not to think about it too much. Alright. Monika smiled and meaningfully. I know, she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monika stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. Watching her kneel down next to Sayori, gently talk to her, but she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear her from here. Sigh, and I sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of ordinary. But there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monika. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room. Suddenly, I notice Yuri peering at me from over her book. And she looks away just as quickly as with a flustered look on her face. And I realize that she won't get anywhere like this. I've never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation on her own. So I have no choice to approach her myself. By now, it's a little easier for me to do. I stand up from my desk and sit in one of the next to her. I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax, you didn't even do anything. But I could tell that you wanted to be alone with your thoughts. How were you even able to tell that I was thinking like that? Well, it's something that I do a lot. so it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. No, not that I was staring or anything. I didn't do anything creepy like that. In any case, I guess you were right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern. Don't apologize. Your troubles are only the concern of those who willingly share in that concern. Of course, there are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping it to themselves. But if you would prefer to share that on your mind, then I would be glad to listen. It's really not that big of a deal. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori. Sayori? Yeah, she seemed a little off today. But when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh, that's quite romantic. What? Sorry, I didn't mean to say something stupid. It's not that, I just didn't want you to misunderstand. Sorry, and I have just been friends for a long time, that's all. Ah, I see. Then perhaps it is unusual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings. Or maybe I'm just reading into it a little too much. Turquoise. The world is full of meaning, often hidden in deep beneath plain sight. And there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them. So you think that there might be something behind it after all? I think that Sayori is a very complex person. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what's be going on inside her head. And she may not always know what she wants. I noticed her strange behavior today too. And I also feel some concern for her. But in your case, it looks like she wasn't fully your thoughts, wasn't she? Well, I guess that was the case. Sayori, she really means a lot to you, doesn't she? I guess. But you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all. Yuri suddenly looks deep into my eyes. Her expression is gentle and curious, so she was searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. Sometimes a person mysteriously are untold, even to themselves. And you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you... I fucking clicked it. I fucking twitched. That is... I think that she would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her. Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy, so I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you. That's not a compliment, is it? It is what it is. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? Well, as long as you're okay with it. Yeah. I should be taking my mind off things, or this whole thing anyway. Okay, everyone. After some time passes, Monika calls out for the club room. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monika, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. Well, obviously we gotta talk to her first. Hi, Quiz. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? Well, being in a club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure, but whatever you do, I'm sure it will turn out great. It would be also make me happy to see. Haha. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure. I let Monika take the poem, and I'm holding in my hands. It's pretty good. It makes me think of Sayori, like the other one that you wrote. You two are like a dynamic duo. That's kind of exaggerating it. Yeah, probably. But you do spend a lot of time with her. Even in this club, don't you? Then again, I don't blame you for being a little shy. I'm not shy, it's just... Ha ha ha, I'm just teasing. I know it takes a bit of time to make friends with everyone. But Yuri and Atsuki are super interesting people, so don't be afraid to give them their share of time. Well, I think we're giving Yuri a good share of our time. A little bit. And you can't talk to me every now and then too. I'm not like unapproachable or anything, am I? No, it's nothing like that. I'm just still getting used to being in here, that's all. Yeah. I'm sorry if I was putting pressure on you or something. I really didn't mean it like that. No, don't worry. I get what you're saying. Well, alright. Anyway, I'll share my poem now. Alright. The lady who knows everything. The old tale tells of a lady who wanders the earth. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer. All meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather. Oh my god. We read it. You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sorts of things that give life meaning. Sorry. Not to get too or anything, but it was kind of on my own mind, so that's what I wrote about. I see. I never really put much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradox. Because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club for her is writing about things that are more sad than happy. Haha, are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you'd know that better than I. You mean one-dimensional? Yeah, that's it. Anyway, here's my tip for the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not good? It can be really disheartening to get lukewarm response to something you put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that you that weren't into it and the things you can work on. It's so much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Well done, Tealcoys. You've definitely improved your writing over the course of these few days. Has my advice been helpful to you? Yeah, definitely. I'm glad. Sharing our writing like this is a lot more fun and rewarding than I anticipated. I need to remember to thank Monika. I think we all felt a little awkward at first, but now it seems like everyone is enjoying sharing their writing and seeing what others think. I guess I can really disagree. I was afraid this whole thing would be a chore, but it's a great way for me to spend some personal time with all the girls in the club. But it's been fun getting to know everyone in their writing. And I guess doing some writing myself. Well, have you learned anything about yourself, Tealcoys? Well, you know how I like to say that writing is a very professional way to get in touch with yourself. In the end, it doesn't matter if you're a good writer or a bad writer. And even my opinions are just opinions, you know. As always, I believe what most important is discovering yourself. That's comforting. I'm kind of disappointing in some way or another. Why me? Well, you're always sophisticated with your writing and have the most advice to share. Is that so? Gary thinks for a moment. That must be terrible. But for me to have become someone whose opinion is fearsome, how likable of me. Yuri, it's not as bad as you're making it sound like you in your head. I just meant that I respect your opinions. I see. I'm sorry that I always overthink and come to those sorts of conclusions. I'm just a little too used to it. Overthinking. Being disliked. Yuri. What am I saying? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring that up. Let's move on. Alright. What do you want to share in your poem from now? Okay. Here. We read it. I'm aware that the beach is okay. I've been smacked. I'm aware that the beach is kind of the insane thing to write about. Not insane, is it inane? Hi, Rocco. But I did my best to take a metaphorical approach to it. You say that like you didn't even want to write about it. Oh, yesterday Natsuki and I, well, it was amusing that we wrote about something similar in such a different way. So Natsuki wanted us to write about the same topic each other again. I suppose to better compare the differences in our writing styles or thought process. Anyway, it was her idea. Knowing her, it's no surprise that she wanted to do something like that. She probably just wanted to show off. It's not like I have a particular interest in her writing style. I just went with her request. But, well, I suppose it's not so bad to write about something similar in the occasion. It can be refreshing. You know. It's good for me to calm my thoughts once in a while. Yeah, I think I agree. Thanks for sharing. Alright guys, we are saving here, and tomorrow we will keep going.
Hello everyone, thank you for watching this video. This video was taken from my personal Twitch channel, twitch.tv/tealcoys. If you'd rather see things sooner now than later, head over there and give me a follow. And yes, thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye everybody.